So we were doing this question. So we have calculated cost of revenue from operations from this question with the help of revenue from operation, and we have subtracted gross profit from it. Now we need average inventory. So average inventory is equal to opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2, and it will be opening inventory is 29,000 plus 31,000 divided by 2. That will be 30 plus 30, 60 divided by 2, it will be 30,000. So now if I calculate inventory turnover ratio, formula is cost of revenue from operations upon average inventory. The more and more you will recite the formula, you will write it with your hand, you will be able to remember these formulas over the time. Only practice is the key source of this. So cost of revenue from operations we have calculated 2,40,000. 2,40,000 divided by average stock is 30,000. Average inventory is 30,000. So that way it will come 8 times. First question has asked only inventory turnover ratio, we have calculated only inventory turnover ratio. But if sometimes if it asks, you have to calculate average age of inventory, you can also calculate that. Now see question number 25. Calculate the value of opening inventory. This time question is asking you to calculate the value of opening inventory. Revenue from operations are given 2 lakh. Inventory turnover ratio is given 3 times. Gross profit is 25%. So again it will be of revenue from operations only. And closing inventory is given 2,000. It is 2,000 less than the opening inventory. Closing inventory is rupees 2,000 less than the opening inventory. So one equation is given actually. The relation between opening and closing inventory is given. So you have been asked to calculate the value of opening inventory in this question. So first we will try to use the information which we are having right now. So first I will write the formula here. And in this formula we are given 3 is equal to cost of revenue from operation we have to calculate. We can easily calculate it because we are having revenue from operation and gross profit ratio. Okay, first we will calculate cost of revenue from operation, then cost of revenue from operation is equal to revenue from operation minus gross profit. Revenue from operation minus gross profit. So now revenue from operation I know, but gross profit I have to calculate. So gross profit is equal to 2 lakh multiplied by 25 upon 100, and it will be 50,000. So my cost of revenue from operation will be is equal to 2 lakh minus 50,000, it will become equal to 1,50,000. So cost of revenue from operation I have calculated. This is already given in the question. So I can calculate the value of average inventory. So I will put here 3 is equal to 1,50,000, 1,50,000 divided by average inventory. Average inventory. So that way average inventory will be equal to average inventory is equal to 1,50,000 divided by 3, it will become 50,000. So my average inventory has come 50,000. Now moving further, I can convert it into more equation. I can write the formula of average inventory instead of writing average inventory here now. So opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2 is equal to 50,000. So now practically what will happen? This 2 will be cross multiplied with by this 50,000 and the equation will become opening inventory plus closing inventory is equal to 1 lakh. So one equation is opening inventory plus closing inventory is equal to 1 lakh. That we have to write with the help of the information given in the question. Now one equation is given already here in the question. Closing inventory is rupees 2,000 less than the opening inventory. Whenever such a statement is given, I will separate it from the question. You just try to put it in equation form. So how I will be writing it in equation form? Let's see. First is given closing inventory is. Closing inventory is means closing inventory is equal to is equal to rupees 2,000 less than the opening inventory. So it means if I subtract 2,000 from the opening inventory minus 2,000, then actually I will be getting closing inventory. So this is the equation which is given by the question. Now I can convert it into equation form. I can write it closing inventory minus opening inventory is equal to minus 2,000. Because closing inventory is less than the opening inventory and the difference is 2,000, that's why the answer will be negative, minus 2,000. Simple math I am doing here. So now if I want to remove this minus form from here, the equation will be getting now opening inventory minus closing inventory is equal to 2,000. This will be the equation. So now I have another equation. I will put them in color so that you will be able to identify them. One equation is this. and another equation is this. So if I put this equation here and I solve these equations, so then you can see if I will add them up, then it will become 2 opening inventory, 2 opening inventory, and this closing inventory was in addition and this was in subtraction. That's why this closing inventory will cut this closing inventory is equal to 1,02,000. I hope you all are getting. So it will become 1,02,000 because I am adding it. Now the result will be opening inventory is equal to 1,02,000 divided by 2. Yes, very good. Is equal to 51,000. So this way I have calculated the value of opening inventory. Now I can put this value in the equation. In this equation I can put it and I can calculate the value of closing inventory also. So here closing inventory will be closing inventory is equal to 51,000 minus 2,000, that will be equal to rupees 49,000. So question has asked us to calculate only the value of opening inventory, but I have shown you how to calculate both of the values. You can calculate the value of closing inventory also. Now coming to question number 26. Cost of revenue from operations is given 3 lakh. This time cost of revenue from operation is given. Inventory turnover ratio is also given. So out of 3 variables in the formula, 2 variables are given. So one we can calculate, that is average inventory. We can again calculate it. Find out the value of opening inventory if opening inventory is rupees 10,000 less than the closing inventory. So it is almost same question. So we will start in the same manner. Cost of revenue from operation is given this, so we can write here. 1 minute, I will copy the formula. First we will write the formula. Inventory turnover ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operations upon average inventory. Now inventory turnover ratio is given 6 times, is equal to cost of revenue from operation is also given 3 lakh upon average inventory. So now from this we can calculate the value of average inventory. Average inventory is equal to 3 lakh divided by 6. It will come 50,000. Again we can write the formula of average inventory here. So this time I will be writing something directly. Opening inventory yes, very good, plus closing inventory divided by 2 is equal to 50,000. So now what will happen, actually this 2 will go this side with the cross multiplication. So the equation will become 1 lakh. Opening inventory plus closing inventory is equal to 1 lakh. This is the first equation which I have got with the help of the information given in the question. Now second information is given in the question. Opening inventory is rupees 10,000 less than the closing inventory. So second information I will convert here. Opening inventory is, so it is saying opening inventory is means is equal to 10,000 less than the closing inventory. So this time closing inventory is more. If I am subtracting from the closing inventory minus 10,000, then I will be getting the value of opening inventory. And what I can do, I can put this value also in the same equation here. So instead of here writing opening inventory, I will put the value of opening inventory. The value of opening inventory is closing inventory. So if you are not comfortable with the equation method that I have done in the previous question, you can do this also. It will be much simpler for some students. So closing inventory minus 10,000 is the value of opening inventory plus closing inventory plus closing inventory is equal to 1 lakh. So this way the value will be 2 closing inventory because we have added 2 times closing inventory. 2 closing inventory is equal to 1 lakh plus 10,000. It will become 1 lakh 10,000. And closing inventory will be is equal to 1 lakh 10,000 divided by 2. It will come 55,000. So we have calculated the value of closing inventory. Question has asked that you have to calculate the value of opening inventory. So now I can calculate the value of opening inventory here. It will be is equal to 55,000 minus 10,000. That's why my opening inventory value will be is equal to 45,000. If any confusion is there, any queries there, you can ask. And you can find out your mistakes also. Now one more question is there before we proceed to the next ratio. So you will be getting questions with such combinations in all receivables, in all the activity ratios. Same type of questions may also come for trade receivable turnover ratio also. Now see this time, just let me put it again. How 1 lakh? See, again, okay, I will explain it. This was like this. If I will put it properly, this equation was like this. Divided by here in the upon it was 2 this is the formula of average inventory. Opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2 and in equal it was 50,000. Average inventory was is equal to 50,000. So instead of writing average inventory here, I have put it the formula of average inventory. So now when this will be cross multiplied by 2, Again, we will put this formula first. Whenever we are solving any question, we should always write the formula first. That will make you more clear about the picture, what to do in this question. So this time cost of revenue from operation is given, inventory turnover ratio is given 3 times. Calculate the value of opening inventory and closing inventory was 3 times of the opening inventory. Only the equation is changing. So see, we have been given it is 3 times. 3 is equal to cost of revenue from operation is given 3 lakh divided by average inventory. I am writing in abbreviations for only time purposes. So now average inventory will be, because now you are clear about the things, average inventory will be is equal to 1 lakh, and the equation will be due to this opening inventory plus closing inventory is equal to 2 lakh. Because in denominator it will be 2 there in the formula of average inventory, that will be cross multiplied by with this 1 lakh, and that's why this will become 2 lakh. So this is the equation which we got from the question now. And now the relation between closing and opening inventory is given. It is saying closing inventory was, so I will write it like this: closing inventory was also means is equal to 3 times of opening inventory. 3 multiplied by opening inventory means if I will be multiplying 3 into opening inventory, then only I will be getting the value of closing inventory. So it can be expressed 2-3 ways. Like it can be said that closing inventory was 3 times of the opening inventory. It can also be said opening inventory was 1/3 of closing inventory. So that way also it can be spoken. So now the equation will be closing inventory is equal to 3 opening inventory. In this equation, I will put this value. So opening inventory is plus closing inventory. Instead of writing here closing inventory, I will be writing its value. Its value is 3 opening inventory. 3 opening inventory is equal to 2 lakh. So it will become now 4 opening inventory. 4 opening inventory is equal to 2 lakh, and that's why the value of opening inventory will be opening inventory is equal to 2 lakh divided by 4. It will become 50,000. So we have easily calculated the value of opening inventory, and now with the help of the equation given in the question, we can easily calculate the value of closing inventory also. Is equal to 3 multiplied by opening inventory is 50,000. So the value of closing inventory will be is equal to 1 lakh rupees, 1,50,000. Now if you want to cross check your answer, you can also cross check your answers. See the relation between opening inventory and closing inventory is that closing inventory is 3 times of opening inventory, that is also coming. And this equation is saying that opening inventory plus closing inventory is 2 lakh. So if I will add them up, 50,000 plus 1,50,000, again my total inventory will be 2 lakh. So that way you can cross check your answer also. Most of the times you will be able to check your answer. So the crux is only that whatever information is given in the question, first try to identify what information is given, try to write the formula, try to write the information which is given in the question. You will automatically get the way that how to proceed in this question. Otherwise, the main problem with this chapter is only that after reading the question, it doesn't come to our mind. We don't get any picture how to proceed in this question, what to do and how to do this question. So when you start writing, only then you will be able to do something in the question. And for starting purpose, you should remember the formula. You should have done a lot of practice. You will get a lot of typical questions also. You will get a lot of doubts also that you can share with me on WhatsApp. I will try to answer them, but it needs a lot of practice. There are about 250 to 300 questions in your books. If you will solve each and every illustration and unsolved question, additional question, or some exercises, then this number will be about 250 to 300. And we have completed about half chapter. So please do practice daily basis. And tomorrow we will start the new ratio.